Alright, this is the TG Plants deck profile. There's double Princess of Calalias, or however you say that. Double Raiden, triple TG Warwolf, one Lone Fire Blossom, triple Natura Rose Whip, double Card Trooper, triple Crane, one Dandelion, double TG Striker, one Spore, one Reinforce, one Dark Hole, one Foolish Burial, one Charge of the Light Brigade, triple Duality, double MST, one Torrential, double TGI EMI, triple Breakthrough Skill, one Compulse, triple Call the Haunted, and one Solemn Warning. The extra deck, there's one TG Blade Blaster, which I don't really ever get out. You could probably just take that out and add something useful. Black Rose Dragon, Ancient Sacred Wyvern, double Natura Back Run, Iron Chain Dragon, TG Hyper Librarian, Armedius, Keeper of Illusions, Natura Beast, Ally of Justice, TG Wonder Magician, Leviathan Sea Dragon, and triple the Tree Spirit. This deck, it revolves around Natura Beasts, Bacterion, and just regular Natura Beast, because they require a Earth type tuner plus an Earth type non-tuner monster, which is what TG Striker is. And so is Rose Whip. But Rose Whip is mainly just so you can use Spore, but then with Spore you go with one of the other ones. TG Striker plus Dandelion equals Natura Beast, which is probably the main combo of this. Crane is to recycle Dandelion, pretty much, kind of like how that one card, I always forget its name, the Dragon type, who's limited. Card Trooper and Raiden is just a mill, because you want most of these cards in the grave anyway. That's why I have triple Call the Haunted, because there's going to be a ton of cards in the grave. Lone Fire Blossom can also be brought out with Crane, so that you can special summon out a lot of Princess of Camellia, which is 2800 attack, 2600 defense, which is pretty great. Crane can also bring out Card Trooper, or Dandelion, or Rose Whip, or Lone Fire, or TG Warwolf to go, well actually with only the Earth monsters, you can go into the Spirit, Tree Spirit. Its effect is you can special summon a plant type from your grave in defense, or send one of your plants from your deck to the grave. Both of those effects are really great, and this card can be brought out single-handedly with Crane, and Card Trooper, or Crane and Dandelion, or Crane and Natura Rose Whip. Rose Whip is also a tuner, so Crane into a Rose Whip gives you a instant Natura background, so your opponent can't activate traps. So Crane is a vital part of this deck. And so is TG Warwolf, since you can special summon him with a monster's pretty much just special summon that's level 4 or lower. And TG Striker into TG Warwolf can go into TG Wonder Magician, which is actually a really good card. TG Wonder Magician herself is a synchro tuner monster, so that way you can just use his effect to destroy a spell or trap and then just go straight into another synchro summon. Or if you get out another, level 5, you can go into TG Blade Master, which is pretty good. 3300 attack is nothing to laugh at. Since you banish cards with Spore, that's what Leviathan Sea Dragon's in here for, just to bring out one of the cards that's banished through Spore's effect, pretty much. Raiden is a level 4 tuner who mills like crazy, so you can go into level 7. That's the only reason I have an extra one besides just Black Rose, because Raiden, he's a light type tuner, that's why you're able to use this card. Plus all the, well, half this deck is level 3 monsters, so real easy to go into a Wyvern Dragon, which isn't half bad if you have more life points than your opponent. If not, then you're probably just going to go into a Black Rose anyway. And this deck is really good, especially TG EMI. This card is so good for stealing your opponent's monsters. I've won so many games just using this card. And DevPro has been having this bug lately where, like at the end of a match, whether they just close out or surrender, it will just take me to the screen that says you have disconnected. So I can't save my replays. So I've lost a ton of matches with this card, with this deck, because people are just leaving, or because of the DevPro bug. I don't know. It happened to me once when I was about to lose. I didn't even close out or press surrender, and it just closed out when I was about to lose the game. So it's probably just a bug. DevPro bugs out every now and then, but what can you do? It's a free program. I don't think there's anything I missed in this deck. Card Trooper is great with Crane because it's an Earth type that can go into Tree Spirit. Dandelion is the core of this deck. TG Striker is also the core of this deck. That's how you go for most of your Synchro Summon. Nature Rose Whip is to go into Nature Backron with Crane pretty much, or Dandelion. Spore can make his own Synchro Summons because he can special summon himself from the graveyard. Lone Fire, you can abuse the crap out of his effect with Crane. And TG Werewolf is just TG Werewolf. You can also fuse with, not fuse, XYZ with Raiden to go into, Black Rose. Could probably add in more level 7s, but I don't really need them. I usually go for 5s or 6s. That's why I have the Nature Beast or Iron Chain Dragon just in case I go for it with Spore. And yeah, I think that's it.